Ah, the circus is back in tune. It probably never left, did it? Mike Ashley's circus is well on the way again. Buongiorno everyone. In fact, it's not a buongiorno. It's not a good morning. It's not a good morning at all, is it? It's a very, very bad morning. I think this news broke in the UK time about 10:30, 11 last night. I woke up about an hour ago. It's about 11 o'clock here in Dubai. And I had loads of messages, loads of notifications on my phone about this Craig Hub exclusive that has broke between a training ground bust up between Matt Ritchie and manager Bruce, where Ritchie has called Bruce a coward. We'll get into all that in just a minute, then we'll have my thoughts on it at the end of the video, and make sure you pop in the comments below your thoughts on this bizarre, unbelievable story that would only really happen at Newcastle. I mean, yes, you see bust-ups at training grounds now and again, normally the odd scuffle between players, but the way that we are at the minute, the absolute relegation dogfight, now the manager and the players are fighting with each other. It's hardly surprising after Bruce threw them under the bus the other day, because the bloke doesn't know how to shout his tactics, because he doesn't know what tactics are. And then obviously everyone's got pissed off at it, but we'll go into that in a minute, because that's obviously all the information is in the article, which I'm going to read out to you in a second. I'm just gonna sit with you and just try and relax. That didn't work. Need some vodka in it. So no brownie left, yeah. It's an absolute madness. It's an absolute mad. I couldn't believe it, man. You just wake up. I woke up the other day. All the best players are out. I wake up the day the managers and the players are fighting together. I mean, what the fucking hell is going on? And surely this is it now. Surely this is it. He has got to go. I mean, we all know we wanted him to go months ago. But now after this, there's no coming back. There's no coming back after this. My thoughts are just going to come out now, bollocks. There's no coming back after this, Bruce. There isn't. He should be gone by now. After this is being leaked and this is in the media now, today it should be announced that Bruce is sacked or he's walked. But he won't walk because he's a horrible man. All this nice guy stuff is a load of bollocks. You know, he's managed all the local derby teams in Birmingham, Newcastle, Sheffield, everywhere. He doesn't give a fuck, man. It's all about himself, and all he's waiting for is a payout. He would have walked by now if he had any respect for himself or his club. It's meant to be his club. He's meant to be a boyhood fan. Bollocks. We wouldn't do that. It's not even about the football anymore. You're a manager, an employee at any company, at any job in the world. If these things that have been going on, that's been going on with Bruce, the failings at this level, and then the discontent amongst the rest of the staff, he would have been gone no matter what job it is. He would have been sacked by now. Why is he still the manager of a football club, man? It's an absolute joke. Pure shambles. 2 wins in 17? 2 wins in 17 and he's still here. And now he's fighting with the players. Oh, still here. He's got to go the day, man. Surely he has to go the day. Especially if we get beat off West Brom, surely he's got to go. Because he should be gone on results basis there. That would have been 2 wins in 18. But he's got to go just because of this. This alone. Even if you're playing well, this would be like, oh, bloody hell, that's not good, is it? Because now he's lost the dressing room. He's completely lost the dressing room. The one thing he had going for him is that he was a player's best pal. Because he dished out extra days off, bacon butties at half time, Jaffa cakes every morning, St. Maximin's stay out and party all night you want. Say, I seen you in tucked up, have the weekend off, son, doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? This is what he had going from, being pally, man management and all that shite. Now that he's lost the dressing room, the players don't want to play for him, the fans hate him, they want him out for months on end, the results are an absolute disgrace, 2 wins in 17, with 3 points above the relegation zone. We might be in the relegation zone after tonight if Fulham beat Tottenham. What's going on? We spent over £100 million. We shouldn't be anywhere near this mess, man. Get him out. Get him out now. It's time to go, Bruce. Walk if you've got to respect. Ashley, wake up, realise you're about to lose £300 million and sack Bruce now. It's gone too far, man. I tell you, the fucking pineapple juice didn't work. Do you know what I mean? Chill out, man. Where's the tequila? Don't like tequila, but I'll have anything at this point. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I can't believe the happy hours to start at 4. Right then. Let's get into the article. You've heard my rant. This is what Craig Hub has broke on the Daily Mirror. Daily Mail. Steve Bruce and Matt Ritchie were involved in a sensational training ground showdown in which the Newcastle boss physically confronted the winger and barged into him after being called a coward by Matt Ritchie. The expletive laden bust-up witnessed by stunned teammates on Tuesday leaves Bruce's position under threat, with several players no longer trusting the manager after he publicly blamed them for Saturday's 1-1 draw with Wolves. Ritchie was furious with Bruce when, during his post-match interview after the Wolves game, accused him of not passing on tactical instructions to the team amid the confusion before Wolves' equalising goal. So again, Brucey passing the buck. He loves to do this. He's like a little child. He never takes responsibility. Nothing's ever his fault. He was said to have Ritchie telephoned Bruce after the game and wanted to have it out there, and then Bruce said he would speak to the 31-year-old at training on Tuesday, which caused Ritchie further irritation. Why would you do that? Why, if he's meant to be this brilliant man manager, why has he done that? If a player rings you and he says, look boss, I'm not happy about this, like, now you said that, surely then you would come into your own and be sorry I had to say that, Matt, you know, I had to try and cover things up, a lot of pressure on me at the moment. I'll back you in the pre-match conference and say whatever. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but you just wouldn't throw the player under the bus, and then you wouldn't, when a player wants to speak to you, not speak to him, not reassure him, not calm him down. You've given him a good 3 days to get wound up. He's lucky. Bruce is the one that was physical. Ritchie should have just stuck a nut on Bruce straight away. However, when assistant boss Steve Agnew was sent to the training pitch to tell Ritchie that Bruce was ready to see him in his office, the player refused and said he was not speaking to the coward again. It's all kicking off new leg. A livid Bruce emerged to confront Ritchie, and this is when their incredible exchange unfolded. His Sports Milk and exclusive reveal. We've been told Bruce was shoulder barging into Ritchie. Can you imagine the state of that man? A 60-year-old Premier League manager. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have used that term, but that is his job title. Barging into a player. 60-year-old going on like that, barging into a... How can he still be here? How is this professional, man? Like I say, if anyone else does that in any other job, barging into another employee, that's technically what they are, you know? Bruce is a manager at Tesco, Ritchie's a shelf stacker. The manager at Tesco comes down, starts barging into him on the fucking groceries aisle. Yeah, next to the pineapples. Pineapples in my head now. Next to the pineapples, next to the grapes. Just shoving, put a little mat, just started at Tesco. Sacked on the spot. What's he still doing here? Bruce was infuriated by Ritchie calling him a coward and said to him, after all I've done for you. Ritchie, who was awarded a new contract last year, responded by saying, you've done fuck all for me, before telling Bruce he was a coward and that he was done with him. Madness. Sounds like a breakup. I wish Bruce would break up for Newcastle, but it sounds like a marriage falling apart, yeah. You know, you've done fuck all me, I'm done with him. Don't want to see him anymore. Pack your bags, piss off. Get out of my house, Bruce. After all you've done for me. He hasn't played him in months. Did get him a new contract last year, like, but at the end of the day, yeah. Hate Ritchie, seeing he's done fuck all for him. I'll let him speak more than me on that, like. Bruce is then understood to have said, what are you going to do? Tell Lee Charnley. I can't believe he's came out and said that, you know. Tell Lee Charnley. That's so childish, man. It's unreal. Do you know what I mean? It's like a supply teacher getting into bother. Oh, what are you going to do? Tell your head teacher, eh? Get a sack from coming back to this school? What the hell, man? How is this going on? What are you going to do? Tell Lee Charnley? How has this bloke got a job? Millions of pounds a year? And it's a reference to Bruce's suspicion that players have reported their unhappiness to managing director Lee Charnley. Tells you all you need to know. Right, Charnley? Charnley, why haven't you sacked Bruce now? Why haven't you told Mike that he's lost the dressing room? Players are coming here. It's an absolute turmoil. We're in complete and utter mess. Heading towards relegation. Why haven't you acted? Why isn't action being taken here? Yeah, that's all you need to. If players are coming to him and saying, look, it's not working. On the pitch, off the pitch, it's all gone wrong. Pete Tong, get him out. How is he still here? Why is Charnley not acting? What is Charnley getting paid to do here? Teammates have resided with Ritchie, and there is growing feeling of resentment towards Bruce in the dressing room. The players were said to be disgusted when news of Carl Darlow being dropped appeared in the press last week before the goalkeeper had been informed, and they believe it was Bruce who leaked the news. Bruce told Darlow that he was not playing on Friday, 72 hours after the story broke, and the keeper challenged him on the press report. Bruce denied leaking it. There's been a long inquest into who has been leaking stories from the training ground. The manager has stood back and watched players and staff accuse each other, yet he is the biggest leak of all. Most of the players do not trust him and do not like him. Several players want new assistant boss Graham Jones to take charge until the end of the season, believing he represents their best chance of avoiding relegation. So, on that, you know what I mean, the thing last week was a joke, and again, if he's meant to be this brilliant man manager, why is he not pulling Carl to the side? Darlow to the side, look at Carl, you've been a Matt he's not using that. Carl, you've been amazing the last few months, you really helped well. If it wasn't for you, would be already be in the relegation zone, I might already be sacked. But you know, we've got Martin Nebraska sitting there, international goalkeeper, experienced, we're in a dogfight now, I'm going to bring him back in, because obviously he's not happy. You maybe could have done better last couple of games, but you've been amazing. Honestly, thank you so much, and we'll give you another chance as soon as we can. We've got Nebraska there, we're number one, ready to come back in. Well, cheers for being honest, Bruce. I'm Darlow now. This is Bruce. Cheers for being honest, Bruce. Appreciate it. I'll keep fighting for me, please. You know, something like this. Why is he having to find out in the press? It's an absolute shambles. That surely pulls Darlow aside and just tells them, lets them know. How hard's that? How much are you going to piss a keeper off by any player by doing that? Hey, my days, when I say now all the resentment towards Bruce in the dressing room. It's not just one or two now. It seems like it's the majority. And when it's the majority, the dressing room's gone, the manager's gone. That's how it always unfolds. But with Newcastle, it probably won't, because Ashley will just wait and we'll get relegated and then go, oh, did that again, made that mistake again. Oh, shit. And then we're on about bringing Graham Jones in at the end of the season. Well, you may as well. I would have brought Nigel Pearson, who's went to Bristol City. I think it was Bristol City. I would have brought him at the end of the season. He would have picked up some results. New manager impact. When you bring someone in, Graham Jones, I'd rather have Jones step up instead of Bruce, but I don't really have much faith in him being a number one since he got sacked from Luton in the bottom three. The Championship or League One, maybe even League One. But anyone at this point, do you know what I mean? Ashley should be begging Rafa to come back, or he should be getting anyone in. Bring anyone in at the end of the season, to be honest. It's going to do better than Bruce, because when Bruce has got the loss of the dressing room, at least the new manager comes in, the players try for a couple of weeks, figure out whether they like it or not, his ideas, his style. You always get that new manager bounce. We'll pick up 6 or 9 points if a new manager comes in. If a new manager doesn't come in, we're going to pick up 0 points. So, what's that lose? And we'll stay up. Bruce has claimed, even told some players, that he thought Jones was to blame for the tackling mix-up. Ooh, was that Brucey pointing the blame at someone else again? Which led to the Wolves goal. This spread among the squad on Tuesday and was met with a response of, it's never his fault. See what I mean? See what even me, outsider, I'm sure you guys as well can see the way he is. And that's what it's passing on as the players. I mean, how are you meant to get inspiration from a manager who goes on and behaves like this, man? Meanwhile, some in the dressing room were annoyed when midfielder John Joe Shelby gave an interview on a podcast last week in which he lauded Bruce. It did not go down well among the players. They are saying John Joe looked like a hostage in the video, as if he was being forced to say it. If you haven't checked that out, I think it was on some Sky Sports podcast, I think it was. Can't remember, just Google it. But he was on there and he was saying, oh, Bruce is great to work with and all that. And the only thing that is, John Joe likes that extra day off, doesn't he? John Joe loves it. John Joe loves the bacon and brown sauce. Do you know what I mean? This is what's going on. That's why this is why he gets this reputation. Pisses me off, man. Absolutely pissed. I'll hand out bacon butties and patties on the back if I get £1 million a year. And I get more points on the board now. We are told that some players are now openly laughing in WhatsApp groups at some of Bruce's comments in the media, especially his recent claims that he was now going to do things his way after 80 months in charge. So obviously all of us laughed at that and we said, well, what the hell has he been doing the past year and a half if he hasn't been doing things his way? Players are the same. Because the players, you know what I mean, nothing would have changed in training when he's coming out and saying he's going to do it my way. Now it's changed. You know, he switched to 4-3-3. Graham Jones is trying to get a bit more attacking. It's not Bruce that's doing that. You know what I mean? Now it's really changed. So for him to go on like that, it's just an absolute joke. And when you think of, imagine that though, players, these are probably watching this now. All the players are sharing this video in the WhatsApp. Oi, lads, get it out. Do you know what I mean? Keep fighting though, lads, because we want to stay in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're laughing at Bruce and it's just like it's a tool, like I said, circus at the start. You know, us fans are laughing and taking the piss in group chats, but when the players are doing it, oh, why is he still here? And they ran about just Bruce throwing Ritchie under the bus after, and Graham Jones, and Jamal Lewis, and Dubravka, and Joe Linton after the Wolves draw. There was a feeling among the players that the manager Ray takes responsibility and is all too quick to pass the buck on to them or anybody else. That is said to be part of the reason behind Ritchie's outburst. Their relationship has been on thorny ground for several weeks now. Newcastle are 3 points above the bottom three in a run of 2 wins from 17 matches in all competitions. They travel to 19th place West Bromwich Albion on Sunday. The hierarchy are sticking by Bruce, but with players no longer hiding their displeasure with his management, it could leave owner Mike Ashley and Sharnley asking serious questions as the best way forward. There's no questions to be asked, lads. There isn't any questions to ask. The answer's there. The answer's at the Premier League table. The answer's here. The answer's the fans' feelings. Everything. There is no question. There was only one answer. Bruce out. Newcastle, Bruce and Ritchie did not wish to comment on it. Shock. I can't wait for Bruce's bollocks press conference tomorrow morning when he gets asked on it. Are you calling us a liar? Calling us a liar, eh? You know, calling you a shit manager, please leave. There's the door, piss off. Hopefully we hear today about the club or something going forward about if he's going to leave, but I doubt it, I doubt it. But I've went on a massive rant there for ages, so make sure you pop your comments below what you make of this bust up. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV. Stay tuned, I've got the West Brom preview coming tonight, I think. Keg will probably have his lineup prediction coming Friday night. Sunday, We've got the watch along, review, player ratings, all of that as usual. Cheers for your support. Hope you're doing alright. And enjoy yourselves. See you later.